let's begin. You can set a timer of 6 minutes on your stopwatch. After 6 minutes are over, you may view the solution. All right. So in this set of questions, you could have gone in order and solved it. We have seen in the previous slide that equations have a unique solution. So unique solution ka what is the condition? A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. A1 and A2 are the coefficients of x. So k upon 4 is not equal to B1 upon B2. That's coefficient of y. Coefficient of y over here is 1 and y over here is k. Implies k square should not be equal to 4. That's it. K square should not be equal to 4. Then you search. That kind of representation is not provided. So you check the options and you mark option C. K square is not equal to 4. So k should not be equal to 2 or minus 2. Square root. K should not be equal to 2 or minus 2. That's it. Done. That's the first question. At this point, I will also mention all these questions are CAT questions. Each and every question is a CAT question, no exceptions. And this is also to tell you that easy questions have come in the past, although the paper is much more challenging now. But even now, easy questions do come, not as many, right? Question number 2. Dick is thrice as old as Tom. So D is equal to 3T. Harry is twice as old as Dick. H is equal to 2D. If D is 1 year less than average age of all the three. If D is equal to 1 year less than average of all three. D plus T plus H upon 3 minus 1. Then find the value of H. Right? Very, very simple. So you just substitute some terms over here and you will get your answer. Another easy way to do this is that you can take up some values. For example, if you put the value of T as 2K or K, if you put the value of T as K, then D becomes 3K, right? What happens through this process is that fractions का calculation avoid हो जाता है. Otherwise you will put T as D upon 3 and H as 2D. तो fractions का addition we can avoid that very quickly. इसको orally करना easy हो जाता है. T का value K ले लो. So D becomes 3K and if D is 3K then H becomes 2K. I'm sorry, 6K. ठीक है? So now it's almost done. D is equal to, what do you get over here? D is 3K is equal to 3K plus K, 4K plus 6K, 10K upon 3 minus 1 implies get the value of K. Okay, what do you get? 10K, 10 upon 3 is 3, 1 by 3, minus 3 is 1 upon 3. So K upon 3 is equal to 1, so K is equal to 3. Just simple, one equation, one variable. The whole purpose of this was that fractional addition can be avoided completely and we can do it orally. So K is equal to 3 and find the value of H. H is equal to 6K. So you get the answer as 18. 18 is the right answer. Simple question. Very, very simple question. And then we go for the third question where your knowledge of exponents is immediately being used. So what you do is 2 to the power 0.7x and you have 3 to the power minus sign. In order to remove the minus sign, take a reciprocal. 3 to the power 1.25y is equal to 8 root 6 upon 27. Okay. So what we'll do is that we will get rid of any common terms available. So 8 is basically 2 cube. Root 6 is root 2 and root 3 divided by 27 is 3 to the power 3. I'm just using the properties from that we covered in exponents. So ये आपका हो गया 2 to the power 3 and 2 to the power half. That becomes 2 to the power 3.5. 2 to the power 3 and 2 to the power half. So and you are multiplying them. 3 plus 0.5 is 3.5 divided by, you have 3 to the power 3 नीचे and 3 to the power half ऊपर. So they are in division. So 3 minus 0.5 ये 2.5 हो जाएगा. 3 minus 0.5 ये 2.5 हो जाएगा. ठीक है. And now see, the nature of a CAT exam is to be able to solve questions without a calculator. In general, over here, x and y can take any value. आप x को कुछ भी रखोगे, उसके according y can be calculated using a scientific calculator. But obviously, the calculator is not scientific that you get in the CAT exam. So over here, we move with this assumption that 2 की powers same है and 3 की powers same है. So 2 की powers with जब ये same है, we are making that assumption. तो 0.7x is equal to 3.5 implies x is equal to 5. And 1.25y or 5 by 4 y is equal to, यहाँ पे 3 का पावर क्या है 2.5 और 5 by 2 implies y is equal to 2. ठीक है. So this particular solution is based upon an assumption, and in order to confirm this assumption, you just put these values into the second equation and satisfy them. Most probably we are sure that this would give us the answer. We'll just check the options also. X is 5 and y is 2. Most probably fifth वाला ही होगा, but it was based upon an assumption that 2 की powers को equate कर दो and 3 की powers को equate कर दो. So just quick, right now we just take these values, most probably यही है, we take these values and put this into the second equation and confirm whether it is satisfying the second equation. 4 to the power 0.3 x is 5 divided by, sorry, not divided by, multiplied by 9 to the power 0.2, y ka value is 2. And just solve this. So you get 4 to the power 3 upon 10 into 5. 3 upon 10 into 5. 9 to the power 2 upon 10 into 2. So 5 से गया 2 times, so 4 to the power 3 by 2 into 9 to the power 2 into 2, 4 upon 10, that's 2 by 5. 4 cube is 64 to the power 1 by 2. 9 square is 81 to the power 1 by 5. Fortunately, we have covered the properties of exponents yesterday, so all this should be crystal clear to us. 64 का square root is 8 and 81 का fifth root is as given in the second equation, 81 to the power 1 by 5. So this also satisfies the second equation. So the answer is the fifth option. All right, let's go for the next 3 questions. Again, take a timer of 6 minutes. Put your stopwatch on, and after 6 minutes you should have done question number 6 first. Obviously, very straightforward question. इसको wrap up कर लेते हैं. I am twice as old as you were when I was as old as you are. A says to B. So now you can see that this question that you have seen so many times, its origin is from a CAT question. ठीक है? So let's say that you have 2 people, A and B. Sum of their current ages is 49. So if you put A over here, this becomes 49 minus A. Okay? And then question is also talking about a past age. I am twice as old as you were. So एक old age, a few years ago, एक पुराना age. So let me write an age that was some time back, y years ago. 49 minus A minus y. ठीक है? I am writing this y years ago का age लिख रहा हूँ मैं. Well, not over here. This is in the lower column. Y years ago. ठीक है? So now, very systematically, A says to be I am. I am, ये A आया. Twice as old as you were. A बोल रहा है B को. A I am equal to twice as old as B you were. Were पुराना age. 49 minus A minus Y. ठीक है? When I was as old as, when I was, so A is saying when I was, A minus Y, A का पुराना age, as old as you are, it is saying, he's saying to be as old as you are matlab now, you are now, 49 minus A. What is B's present age? 49 minus A. Two equations, two variables, solve, get A and Y, get the answer. Okay, let's solve this quickly now. So 2A minus 49 is equal to Y. Now we'll put it over here. A is equal to 98 minus 2A minus 2Y. Y की जगह we'll put 2A minus 49. ठीक है? And solve this. आपको A मिल जाएगा कितना? This is minus 4A minus 2A. Minus 6A comes over here. 6A plus A is 7A. ठीक है? I hope you're following. Minus 4A minus 2A is minus 6A. Comes this side, becomes 6A plus A is 7A. Is equal to 98 minus 2 into minus 49. That's plus 98. It's basically 98 into 2. Implies A is equal to 14 into 2. $28 is your answer for this question. This question would have approximately taken you maximum 2 minutes. ठीक है? And next is a question on luggage allowance. 4th and 5th. An airline has a certain free luggage allowance and charges for excess luggage at a fixed rate per kg. So free luggage allowance, it's standard, very practical example. For example, when you go into any flight, आपको एक check-in baggage allowance होता है up to 15 kg and cabin baggage allowance होता है up to 7 kg. So over here it has a free luggage allowance, let's say F kg is free, and charges for excess luggage at a fixed rate per kg, that we can assume something. Fixed rate per kg ko we'll take it as V, rupees V per kg. Rupees V per kg. Free luggage allowance is F kg. ठीक है? All right. Two passengers, Raja and Praja, have 60 kg of luggage between them and they are charged 1200 and 2400 respectively for excess luggage. So 1200 is basically the charge for Raja ka excess weight. Let's say Raja is carrying R kg. Out of that, F was free. राइट. आर के जी में से एफ वॉज फ्री, सो आर माइनस एफ का चार्ज लगेगा एट वी रुपीज़. ठीक है, लेट मी रिपीट दैट. Out of r kg, he's not charged for r kg, he's charged for r minus f kg because f is luggage allowance, free luggage allowance. And what is the charge per kg? Rupees v, we have assumed that. Okay. Then you have the other person, 2400 is equal to, now total is 60 kg, जिसमें से r kg is going to the first person, remaining you are left with 60 minus r, and this person also gets f kg free and charged at v kg. ठीक है, r to the first person, 60 minus r to the second person, and obviously luggage allowance, free luggage allowance, f kg at the rate of v rupees per kg. Had the entire luggage belonged to one of them, the excess luggage charge would have been rupees 5400. 5400 is equal to if total 60 kg is available, out of that free luggage allowance f and at a rate of v rupees per kg, what is the weight of Praja's luggage? That 60 minus r is Praja's luggage. What is the free luggage allowance? F का value चाहिए. So basically we have 3 equations and 3 variables and we have to solve this. ठीक है. Now you can check how do you want to solve this. So one thing that I am going to do right now is that I am going to divide the first 2 equations and get rid of v. ठीक है. Let me divide, or should I add them? You can choose how to solve. Maybe I'll add the first 2 equations. इन दोनों को ऐड कर देते हैं. So you now get 24 plus 12, 3600 is equal to v common r minus f plus 60 minus r minus f. So ये 60 आ गया, r gets cancelled, minus 2f. This looks very good. And now what I will do is that third and fourth equation को डिवाइड कर देंगे. थर्ड एंड फोर्थ इक्वेशन को हम डिवाइड कर देंगे. एज सुन एज यू डिवाइड देम आपका v कैंसिल आउट हो जाएगा. ठीक है. सो लेट मी राइट दिस आउट नीटली. यू हैड 4 minutes फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन, इक्वेशन बना के सॉल्विंग करना, एंड टू गेट 2 आंसर्स, तो नॉट चैलेंजिंग. थोड़ा सा पेस चाहिए होता है. मे बी 5 minutes में कर लेते, दैट्स ऑल्सो ओके. 1 minute here and there is fine as long as you get it right. Upon 60 minus 2f. ठीक है. 18 से गया 2 times, 18 से गया 3 times. So 180 minus 6f is equal to 120 minus 2f. Finally implies we get 180 minus 6f. So 6f goes over here and it becomes 4f. 180 minus 120 is 60, implies f is equal to 15. एक आंसर आ चुका है हमारा as soon as f is equal to 15. ठीक है. Now if I were to put 15 over here, I will get v. So 5400, 60 minus 15 is 45. 5400 divided by 45. We will get v. 9 से गया 5 times, 9 से गया 6 times. 600 upon 5 is 120. And right on top over here, v is 120 and f is 15. ठीक है. So 120 goes over here 10 times, implies 10 is equal to r minus 15, implies r is equal to 25. If r is 25, then 60 minus r becomes 35. And f, as we found out, is 15. And that's the right answer. Good. Decent question. Not very difficult, but little time consuming in terms of solving. Not many would have been able to solve this in the exam. So if you made it within the timer, that's great. For the next 3 questions, you can set a timer of 8 minutes for 3 questions. Now once the timer is over, let's begin with question number 7. A piece of string is 40 centimeters long and it is cut into 3 pieces. The longest piece is 3 times as long as the middle piece. Let's say that the middle piece is M. The longest piece is 3 times as long, so it becomes 3M. And the shortest piece is 23 centimeter shorter than the longest piece. 3M minus 23. 23 centimeter long shorter than the longest piece. ये आपके 3 pieces आ गए. Add them up, equal to 40. Get the value of M. 3M minus 23 plus M. So piece of string is 40 centimeter long. So total length is equal to 40. M is equal to 367, 63, 7M is 43, M is equal to 9. Find the length of the shortest piece, 3M, well M is 9, 3 into 9, 27 minus 23, 4 is the right answer. You see, sometimes it becomes very difficult for us to believe that such easy questions can come in the exam. That's why I'm taking only exam questions, for you to know that at some point such questions have come, and such questions come every year. They will come again, but from which chapter and how many, that keeps changing every single year. Okay? All right. We'll go to the 8th question now. 8th question is a concept, but first I'll go by traditional method of solving. A shopkeeper stores X kg of rice. So we'll start with X kg. The first customer buys half this amount plus half kg rice. So the first customer gets half this amount, X की जगह X upon 2 plus half kg rice. Right? So if this quantity has gone to the first customer, then what is left? इन दोनों को subtract करो. Subtract X and X by 2 plus 1 by 2. So you get X by 2 minus 1 by 2. ठीक है? Second customer also buys half the remaining amount plus half kg. So now we go to the second customer. He buys half of, okay, let me write it over here. Half this amount, X by 2 minus 1 by 2. Half this amount plus half kg. ठीक है? So half into X by 2 is X upon 4. And minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 is basically plus 1 by 4. It's plus 1 by 4. Now let me just rewrite this a little bit. I want to take the denominator common. So this is X plus 1 upon 2 and this is X plus 1 upon 4. Plus 1 upon 4. Right, so after giving to the second customer, now what is the leftover? Leftover amount, let me calculate it for you over here. So leftover amount will be X by 2 minus 1 by 2 is what he had, minus X by 4 plus 1 by 4 is what he gave to the second customer, right? So x by 2 minus x by 4 is x by 4 minus 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 4. So this is what he is now left with. X by 4 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4. All right. Now we go to the third customer. You can just extend the calculation again the way I have done it for the first two times, because this is not our main approach. So manual solving is not something that I would like to spend too much time on. So when you will now send this out to the third customer, then what you'll get is x plus 1 by 8 is the rice that will go to the third customer, and the leftover after the third customer you can verify. Please do this calculation on your own. Small calculations, etc., which are in detail. These will help you to be more meticulous. X by 4 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 8. This is what you'll get. All right. Now, after giving to the third customer, there is no rice left in the shop. So this becomes equal to 0. Solve for x. Okay, let me solve that also for you. X upon 4 is equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8. Take an LCM. That's 2 into 4, 4 into 2, 8 into 1. So you get a 7 upon 8. X upon 4 is equal to 7 upon 8. Well, not x upon 4. Let me correct this point. After you are doing your calculation over here, after the third customer, you'll get x upon 8. Sorry. You'll get x upon 8. 8 will get cancelled, implies x is equal to 7. This is your final value of x, and you are able to mark the answer over here. X is equal to 7. Okay? This is a long, manual, tedious method, and from exam point of view, this is not at all suitable. So what we will do is, we'll call this method number 1. We will call this the Majdoor method. It's because it's a very manual approach. You are basically working like a laborer, putting brick by brick, and this is not suitable for the exam. So we need something better. So now we go to something else over here, a second method. The second method will be called as the pattern method. An aptitude exam is filled with patterns because it tests your observation skills. Okay, so right over here, can you spot any patterns over here? यानी कि कस्टमर को जो राइस मिल रहा है, do you spot any pattern in this direction? Customer is getting x plus 1 by 2, x plus 1 by 4, x plus 1 by 8. Now, one more point I will say is that for a pattern to exist, there should be something that is repeating in the question. What is repeating over here? Buys half plus half kg. Second customer buys half the remaining plus half kg. Third customer buys half the remaining plus half kg. So when something is being repetitive, then there can be a pattern over there. Right? If there is no repetition, then pattern kaise banega? So now I am searching for patterns. Now what do you observe over here? Multiply by half. Customer को जो राइस मिल रहा है, that is just getting multiplied by half. Half से इधर, half से इधर, half से इधर. That is your first pattern that we are able to spot. And then we come over here. Even more important, because this is what the question has asked us in this question also and in the next question also. Either. This part was taking a lot of time to calculate because of all the subtraction. Do we observe any pattern over here? X by 2 minus 1 by 2, x by 4 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4, x by 8 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 8. One pattern that we observe is that coefficient of x is halved. Coefficient of x आधा होते जा रहा है. Another pattern that I observe is that आपके पास जो पिछला कांस्टेंट है, whatever constant that you have, for example half into half होके वापस it comes into your calculation. So half into half, of course sign remains, minus था तो minus, plus था तो plus. Half into half 1 by 4 आ गया, 1 by 4 into half 1 by 8 आ गया, and this process would have continued. ठीक है. The latest, or I can say the previous constant, please understand that the same pattern might not be there in every question because it depends question में हो क्या रहा है, right? The previous constant is halved and appended. Appended माने उसको हाफ करके इक्वेशन में लगा दिया. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हाफ इंटू हाफ 1 by 4 हो गया, 1 by 4 इंटू हाफ 1 by 8 हो गया. ठीक है, तो उसको भी लगा दिया. दीज आर the three patterns that we are spotting. The first pattern is, what is the customer getting? Customer is getting a value जो half होती जा रही है of the previous value. What is the remaining value? Coefficient of x half होते जा रहे हैं, and जो constant है वो भी half होके एक नया constant आते जा रहा है. That's the pattern that you observe. If you could have observed this, then for example, actually that's what I have done while not writing the value after the third customer. ये pattern spot करके ही मैंने इसको directly लिख दिया है, right? So the benefit of this pattern method, now this becomes method number 2. The benefit of the pattern method is, if this question were to become larger, for example 6 people, 8 people, then आप सीधा pattern को observe करते and mark करते. ठीक है. And the last part would be the same, where this value, once you have obtained this pattern observe करते हुए, put this equal to 0, solve for x, and you'll get x equal to 7. ठीक है. That becomes the second method. It's called the pattern method. And now we go for the main approach, which will allow us to solve this question orally. ठीक है. The third method is now going to be called, basically I've made up this name. It's called the bottoms up method. इसको सिर्फ theory में ही लगाना है, not practically. Bottoms up method is basically we are going to work backwards from the final stage. And right now over here I'll just write that there are 3 customers. ये first हो गया, second हो गया, third हो गया. ठीक है. And you are starting off with your x kg of rice. Then let's say that यहाँ पे अब आपने first customer को दे दिया and यहाँ पे आपने second customer को दे दिया. ठीक है. So after giving to the second customer, let's say y kg बचा है. Let me define this also. Y kg left after the second customer, right? So after second customer, whom will you give to? Third customer. Third customer, what will you give? Half, buys half the remaining amount plus half kg rice. Half plus half. Okay. So what would what would the shop be left with now? Y minus y by 2 plus 1 by 2. That's y by 2 minus 1 by 2. Okay. And after giving to the third customer, how much rice is left? Thereafter, no rice is left in the shop. So no rice matlab 0. Now solve for y. So what is y? Y by 2 is equal to half. So y is equal to 1. Okay. Y is equal to 1. Okay. Now, let's say that now we are continuing this process. So I want you to notice, what did we do? Basically, we added half and then we multiplied by 2. Now let's say z kg left after the first customer. Z kg left, right? After first customer. What will you now give to the second customer? Z by 2 plus 1 by 2. What will you be left with? Z minus this value. So it's the same expression, variable change ho chuka hai. Z by 2 minus 1 by 2. Okay? And after giving, so Z kg was left after the first customer, उसके बाद आपने दिया second customer को, ये आपका बच गया. This is the value that is left after giving to second customer, and after giving to second customer, what is left? By definition, y kg is left, and y is equal to 1. We have already calculated that. And again the same operation is taking place, plus half into 2, right? Let me write that down over here. Z by 2 अब क्या हो जाएगा? 1 plus half, that's 1.5. And then Z becomes 1.5 into 2, 3. So this process is repeating, plus half into 2, plus half into 2, plus half into 2. As soon as you spot this pattern, so these are all the details. अब आपका Z का value 3 आ चुका है. And again, this you can do the same process one more time. So for example, over here, you are now going to be left with x by 2 plus 1 by 2. And you will be left with x by 2 minus 1 by 2. After giving to the first customer, x by 2 minus 1 by 2 bacha, which is z, which is 3. And again, 3 plus half, 3.5 into 2, 7. Aapka value x equal to 7 aa chuka hai. So how do you do this quickly? You do this quickly basically by spotting exactly what were you doing in every step. Adding half, multiply by 2. Right? When you were working backwards, एक step में आपने ये चीज़ को realize कर लिया था. Add half, multiply by 2. So इसको अब हम orally कर सकते हैं. Working backwards from the bottom. So you have 0 kg rice, add half, 0 plus half is half, into 2 is 1. Okay, let me add the steps. Half into 2 is 1. Okay, 1 plus half into 2 is 1.5 into 2, 3. 3 plus half into 2 is 7. And ये आपका आंसर आ चुका है. ठीक है? We are now going to use, this is the best approach, the fastest approach where you can do this orally, and इससे आपका बहुत सारा time save होगा. So now we are going to use this in the 9th question also.